Hello free peoples, Stigmarites and worshippers of the twin-tail comet. Welcome back to the studio for our first Cities of Sigmar painting session of the year. In this video, I'll be assembling, basing and painting a Freeguild Steelhelms Champion, focusing on the non-metallic metal technique. I'm quickly assembling the model and creating a custom base using green stuff. For more details about these steps, don't hesitate to refer to my previous videos. I'll leave links in the video description. Alright, I've cleaned and primed the model in black, and as usual, I'll show you all the paint colors that I'll use. Stay tuned for insights into the non-metallic metal technique, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. As you know, non-metallic metal is used to simulate metallic surfaces without metallic paints, relying on shading and highlighting for a realistic effect. I'll guide you through my simple approach, from the base coat all the way to the final highlight, aiming to make our champion's armor stand out from the unit of Steelhelms. To do so, I'll paint his armor in a slightly different color than the soldiers. The reason why I primed the model in black is to have a solid and dark base coat. I'll work from there to build a gradient of tones all the way to the paler highlight. I'll start with German grey, and this time I'll cover more of the black primer. The nuances of this first layer will give a tint to the shadows. Depending on the color you will use, the armor will have a cooler or warmer appearance. One of the hardest things to do when painting in non-metallic metal is applying reflections according to the light source. We first need to determine from which direction the light is coming from and shine on the metal. This will guide where the highlights and shadows will be placed. The easiest way is to imagine the light coming from above or from one side of the model. Successive layers, each paler than the previous, are applied as highlights on the illuminated side. The important thing is to apply these consecutive highlights on the side where the light is coming from. In our case, for steel, I'll use gray-green. Focus on applying this color on raised surfaces and edges. We gradually define and increase the brightness of our highlights by using paler tones of gray. Here I'm applying dark sea gray to smaller areas, concentrating on the parts directly facing the light source. If ever the shadows need to be reinforced, now is the time to do the touch-ups. I apply pure black or the darkest tone of gray I previously used to redefine and create sharp transitions between the recesses and the highlighted areas. Next, we can push the highlights even further by applying an even paler tone of gray. Here I'm applying sky gray to the edges and the highest parts of the raised areas. For the final highlight, we can use off-white or even pure white to make the very edges and the areas directly facing the light source shine. This is a very basic approach to painting non-metallic metal. The same technique can be used with different colors to paint other metals. Other fine details can also be added to enhance realism. Scratches, reflections, weathering or OSL are some of them. For all your hobby needs, paint, brushes, Games Workshop models, visit Fenris Workshop online store. I'll leave a link and more details in the video description. If you wish to improve the general result, the best way is to step back and evaluate your work. Adjust highlights and shadows as needed to achieve a balanced and realistic appearance. Taking pictures from different angles is also a good way to reveal areas that may need improvement. This way we can zoom in and see certain details that are difficult to detect otherwise. Once you're satisfied, apply a matte varnish to protect your paintwork. Glossy varnish tends to create additional reflections that might be undesirable. Remember, practice is key with non-metallic metal. Experiment with tones, study real metal surfaces for reference, and take your time. hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Share your thoughts, questions, and future video ideas in the comments. And obviously, your subscription will also be a great source of motivation to help me produce other tutorials like this one in the future. In the next episode of this series, we'll paint several Freeguild Steelhelms, and to speed things up, we'll be using the batch painting approach. Stay tuned for more Hammerhal Aqsha rank and file. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep on painting and take care.